Good morning, everybody. I hope all is well with you today. Hope the week is going well. Welcome back. And you can imagine what game we're playing today. Excuse me, I think I've got a hair on my tongue. Nope. So where were we? Yesterday, was it yesterday? Was it yesterday I built the furniture bench, furniture manufacturing bench, and the meat curing box? What did come as a slight surprise was how quickly I was able to fill it with meat to cure, because while I was out hunting, I got waylaid by a bear, which was most unexpected and unwanted, but gratifyingly, it followed me to a place where I could shoot it with impunity, and it only cost me 1 round of rifle ammunition. Why I didn't use my bow, I forgot. I'm not quite sure what to say next. Let's get on with it, I suppose. Right. What time of day is it? Oh, yes, it's almost night time. And this is all curing, which is what we want. Have I got time, possibly, to fix anything? Ooh. Yes, I can fix something. I can fix my boots. And of course, it's nicely dark now. Let's have a quick check of the weather. Last time I checked, I think it was a blizzard. Yep, it's a blizzard. Hello, blizzard. Won't be spending too much time out here. Ooh, I know one thing I want to check. Good morning, Jepadire. I just want to see how fast this is running while I'm streaming. And the answer is 140 frames a second-ish. New graphics card. I'll tell you all about it later. But I can say that if I'm not streaming, this was up to 160 frames a second, which was 40 frames per second faster than previously. So, that's interesting. Frame rates while you're streaming tend to be lower than frame rates while you're playing. But yeah, no, I upgraded my graphics card yesterday, and like I say, I'll tell you all about that later, because that was not exactly a fun experience. I hope your day goes well, Jepaide. Where's my... Do I need anything? Oh yes, I need food. I don't need water. Okay, I need to pop back outside because I have forgotten food as usual. Quick whip along. There we go. Yeah, I've seen it make quite a significant difference. What am I doing? I'm trying to find the stairs. Where are the stairs? Hello, stairs. Oh, here we go. Yeah, which bedroom was I in? I think I was in this one, wasn't I? Right. Bedtime. So what are my plans? I don't really have any for today. I'm basically waiting for all that meat to cure, because it's light, has the same calorie content, well, has good calorie content for its weight, and doesn't smell. You know, all desirable things when you're proposing wandering off into an area where there are predators. And for those of you who are interested, I will show you where you can shoot dangerous animals in this region without actually getting yourself in danger. It's actually, I was really surprised, but that's how I was able to shoot the bear yesterday, if you missed that. Clearly I went to bed too early. I have no idea what my temperatures are at the moment. I should have left G-overlay on, but I can't get to it without exiting the screen, and if I do that it minimizes, and then restoring it actually gets strangely awkward. What can I say? Alright, I think it's light enough. Did I finish? Yes, I finished my bear. Let's go have a look. Yeah, like I say, I'll tell the story of the graphics card upgrade later, so I don't end up repeating myself. Not that I object to repeating myself, but yeah, the graphics card upgrade turned into practically a panic-inducing sweat flop. I mean, it was nightmarish. Dear me. Although the problem wasn't the card itself, it was actually Linux that caused the problems. Let's have a little look. Now that we don't have a blizzard, I am curious. Let's just toggle that off. No. Isn't making much difference. I actually thought that would make a difference, but it isn't. Oh no, it's a bit better. Yeah, you can slightly see there the moderate improvement over full-blown blizzard mode. But it is interesting, that's basically 15-20 frames a second slower than when I'm not streaming. But for streaming, 60 frames a second is fine. And it has the benefit too that it's very smooth and actually runs quite a bit cooler than my previous graphics card. But it is clearly too early for me to do anything constructive, except look at the weather. I would ask that if anybody's watching and they see any issues with the stream, let me know. The reason I say that is because I have not streamed with this graphics card, and supposedly it's better for streaming than my previous card. My previous card was a 7800 XT, and this is a 9070, and they say the 9070 is much better for streaming, but I don't know in what way. I believe it does better video encoding, and it might actually be using less CPU, possibly? No, that looks about right. Like I say, I will go into great and laborious detail later. But I tell you what, my son's going to be happy. He's going to get my 7800, which is an upgrade for him over his 76. And given that he's a 1080p gamer, it would be almost overkill for what he plays. Good morning, Gadang-sama. Konnichiwa. And the only reason I say that is because you've stuck Sama at the end of your name. I have absolutely no idea if you are Japanese. But welcome to the Long Dark and welcome to the morning live stream. I'm just hanging around, waiting for the weather to slightly improve so that I can... I don't know. I'm just waiting, really, today. Don't know about a cautionary tale. Oh, let's pick up some water, because where did I stick my water? Hunting night. Where did I put my water? I know I've got it around here somewhere, I just can't see it. Oh, there we go. Actually, it's not exactly a cautionary tale, unless there are any Linux users watching, in which case it definitely is a potentially cautionary tale. But like I say, I don't really want to repeat myself too much. Good morning, little nugget. Yes, it's still morning. It is, I am in the United Kingdom, Gadang-sama. And so it is just coming up to 9:10 in the morning, Greenwich Mean Time. I'm in England, northern England to be precise, so yeah, it's relatively early here. And I can tell you that there are others watching for whom it is very early in the morning. How's your day going, little nugget? Why are you dying? Oh, are you dying because you're in Arkansas? Let's go have a little look around. I don't actually, amazingly, need anything, which is nice. Oh, there's a dead wolf, isn't there? I need to go grab that. I thought I'd shot all the wolves in this area because there are typically 2 that haunt the lake. However, yesterday when I was carrying back and yesterday when I was making my slow way back with piled high with deer meat, this wolf decided to come up from this area and attack me. Oh, I'm trying to think. Have I been through Arkansas? I think I did drive through Arkansas once, and I have certainly driven through Kansas, but I didn't find anything particularly scary about it. My trips across the United States scared me because of the weather, or other drivers, or things like that. Oh, you are French. Oh, okay. I mean, I suppose I should have guessed with that name of yours, but oh, yeah, that does not sound like fun. Ah. So where did I collect that wolf and I've forgotten? Well, bonjour, ça va bien? And I'm pretty sure I just exhausted my conversational French. I haven't had to speak French in a long time. So yesterday I was out here hunting deer, as you do. In fact, I was all the way over the other side of the lake there. Très bon. So yeah, way over there, and I shot the deer and harvested it, started my way back slowly, overladen with venison, and then there's this growling noise, and a bear from that region was after me, and talk to you about that in a bit, little nugget. So that bear followed me all the way across the lake. Now, I grant you, I did deliberately entice it. That was my goal. Once I realised it wasn't going to immediately charge me, I was able to persuade it to follow all the way up to here. Now, the thing is, you see this entrance here? This is a doorway, and I mean it's a doorway in gaming style, in the same way that a fishing cabin is a doorway. Now, the great thing about fishing cabins is you can shoot bear from it, or wolves, and they basically, once you enter the doorway, pretend you're not there, but you can still shoot them. So the bear literally came up here, I ran for the doorway here, at which point it lost interest. And so I was able to shoot it from safety. Yeah. Oh no, I will say the graphics card is working just fine. I posted on Discord about some of the improvements I was seeing with it. But yeah, no, the whole installation thing, in fact the whole thing is its own story, so... So I have to ask Adang-sama, are you in Japan or Southeast Asia? Or what do they call it? Oceania? You did indeed. You did respond. I will say I got far better performance improvements out of it than I anticipated. I thought I'd get 15 to 20% performance improvement which I thought was reasonable. Nope. Depending on the game, I've got 20 to 40% improvement. So that is really, really good. 20 to 40% improvement with lower power draw and lower temperatures. What's not to like? Yeah. Heck. I might as well start the story. People can catch up. So, this is what I got. Power Color Reaper 9070. And of course the obvious question is why that's not overclocked. It's not the XT, it's not overclocked, and you may be asking, why did you get that? Well, I had a use case. When I first heard about the 9070s and I realized that the power draw of the lower end card was only 220 watts, I was interested, because my previous card was a 7800 XT, which has a power draw of 234 watts. So what I was looking at was potentially better performance with lower power usage, which is great because I only have a 700 watt power supply. Now you may say, well, why don't you upgrade the power supply? Because that's more expense. So let's say I want to go for an overclocked. Well, you're looking at 600 odd pounds, 700 until relatively recently. Or suppose I want to go with an XT. Again, more expense, because an XT model typically requires an 850 watt power supply minimum. And I didn't want to pay the extra. I really didn't. So my requirements were closer to MSRP and would not require me to upgrade the power supply. And non-overclocked cards are comparatively rare. There's two I know of. One is ASRock, which is slightly more expensive, and one is Power Color. Now Power Color is quite a well-regarded manufacturer out of Taiwan, and most non-overclocked 9070s recommend a 700 watt power supply. Power Color recommends a 650. So I don't know if that's because it genuinely needs less power, or simply that they have different specs that they go on. So I kept an eye on pricing. I looked at performance, obviously. As I said, I predicted to myself that, okay, I can get maybe 20%, 15 to 25% speed increase, performance increase, which is good. You know, that's a good improvement. It means you can do one of two things. I can either run full speed on a game and draw less power than my 7800, or I can run at the same performance that I'm happy with and draw even less power. Now, the reason that's important to me is because I have a small form factor computer, and small form factor computers are more sensitive to heat because you can't pack as many cooling fans in, you know, so you're quite limited. So I had this slightly unusual use case, and the result was I got the Power Color Reaper, which arrived obviously yesterday. So installations always make slightly nerve-wracking, because you know you got to take the computer apart, you got to unplug everything, and in this case I had to unplug one of my monitors as well, because I'll go into that. And I thought, I'd checked everything. I had my use case. Everything worked out. Great. So I installed the thing, plugged it all back in again, tried to turn it on. Computer wouldn't turn on. Okay. Oops. Thought, okay, let's start having a look at the system. Opened up the system. Everything turned on when I powered it on. I thought, that's interesting. What's going on with that? I have no idea why. I put the side panel back on. Everything was fine. Okay. That's one problem out the way. Next problem is... Okay, next problem. The back of the card has 3 display ports, which is what I wanted, because all 3 of my monitors accept DisplayPort. And with DisplayPorts, I can run all 3 monitors at 180 Hz. Not hugely impressive, but nice to have. Those were all plugged in, but only one of the monitors came up. And regardless of how I switched out cables, only one monitor would come up. And each time the monitor came up with a default resolution, no possibility of changing it, and default refresh rate of 60 Hz. And I thought, oops, that cannot possibly be good. Did I mention I'm running Linux? Yeah. Now, guess the one thing I had not done. I had not checked to see whether the 9070 is supported by Linux. Now, as it turns out, if I'd looked at the back of the box, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but it says you need a supported operating systems include Linux and Windows 10 11. So if I'd looked at the spec for this thing, I would have concluded I was fine. No, I wasn't, because I run Mint and Cinnamon at my son's suggestion. So I, of course, have to pull up the browser and start looking around to see what's going on with this. And it turns out Mint doesn't support the card. In fact, as far as I can tell, I'm not sure if any distro of Linux supports the card without some fiddling required. And that's what I had to do. I had to do 3 firmware upgrades, going through comments on a Linux Mint forum. So first of all, I had to upgrade the Ubuntu firmware to the correct version or later. Now, fortunately, there's a product called Mainline which I use to do that. So that's the first thing done. The next thing you've got to do is upgrade your Mesa drivers. I have no idea what the Mesa drivers are used for. I did know at one point, I've forgotten. So I upgraded or installed the Mesa drivers. Not finished yet. Then you have to go and upgrade the AMD GPU firmware drivers, I should say, which meant you've got to go to some place and download it, and then you have to run a couple of commands and installs that. And then you have to run something else so that the card shows up in your system information as a 9070 and not as something else. And then you get to reboot it. And I want to say then everything worked, but that's not entirely true. When I boot the system, 2 of the monitors come up just fine, and the third one comes up after I've logged in. But it comes up and works just fine. I am at this point forced to conclude that there's still some room for improvement in either some of the software or the AMD GPU drivers. But once everything's up and running, everything seems to be fine. So if you are running Linux, there was a suggestion that possibly the best bet is to run the Arch Linux distro. But in order to do that, I would have to completely wipe and reinstall and reset my system, which I don't want to do, because not only have I got stuff on here that I don't want to lose, and I know I need to back it up. Some of it's backed up on on that computer, or it's not that I couldn't get it back. I just didn't want to go through the trouble of having to reinstall everything. But the good news is, so far it's working. And so, of course, the first thing I did was find out, how everything behaves. Was the whole thing worth it? Because now, having gone through all that, my concern is everything going to work? Well, first thing I did was run up the Long Dark, and that showed from this view. I did a before and after. With the 7800 XT, this gave me about 120 frames a second. That's not bad. That's full graphics, everything turned on, everything max, on a 1440p widescreen. Great. Ran the same test during a blizzard, got 160 frames a second. So that's a 30%, actually that's a 33% improvement right there, which exceeds my expectations. The next thing I did was run Minecraft with shaders. And I'll tell you what, if you want to try out your graphics card, Minecraft with shaders absolutely hammers your graphics card. And I have this standard scene I use for the purpose.
I might have to drop some
and
here.
I was running complementary unbound default settings. I got 100 frames a second, which isn't bad, by the way. No, it's not bad. When I did the same test with the new card, I got 140 frames a second. That's a 40% increase. So it's like, yeah, that really exceeds what I expected. And it's running with lower power and cooler. Not a huge amount cooler, but a bit. But I wasn't done. Some of you will have remembered I did run the Prolog Go Wayback demo. So I ran that up before and after. Now, I don't think the graphics on that are properly optimized at this point. And so my initial test with the 7800, and this was with epic graphics settings, so everything set to max. And the indoor cabin scene gave me 50 frames a second, and going outdoors gave me 40 frames a second. Now I can significantly exceed that by dropping the graphics down a bit. Epic's a bit excessive, frankly. So, how well did it do with the new card? Well, I got 60 frames a second inside the cabin and 50 frames a second outside the cabin, and that is a 20% increase. So that is the lowest increase I've seen so far. But that's not quite the end of the story. Because early this morning I thought, I know, I'll run The Sinking City Remastered. Because on high settings, I pick on max settings, it's not playable. I get 30 or 40 frames a second. So I loaded that up, and I was able to get on, I can't remember what I got on high, but I was able, what I did was I set it down to and this actually was a useful test because it allowed me to test two more things. It allowed me to test frame generation through FSR, and what's that lighting thing they do? Oh crap, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I was able to get 90 frames a second on high with that. And yes, I know FSR, bit of a cheat, but it worked well. What's that lighting effect they use? It's not RT. It's all the rage for rendering lighting. Well, anyway, yes, it worked very well. It was now well playable with high graphic settings. So, yeah. So that's my experience. So as an upgrade, it's worked very well for me so far. Cross fingers. I haven't tested anything. Oh, I did try. I did run with Sky Children of the Light, but some game, Sky Children of the Light, which as some of you know I do like very much, that I did not get any significant performance improvement because it is CPU bound, not graphics card bound. So, yeah. CPU bound games will not necessarily see an improvement. So the only thing I basically got, the only benefit to me from running Sky was less power draw, which is fine, means system's running a bit cooler. And trust me, when the other night I live streamed a concert in Sky, and my CPU was running at 90 degrees centigrade. Now the good news is I've never seen the CPU go over that. Even if I'm running Vulkan shader compilations, it maxes out all the threads. The CPU utilization goes up to 100%, and my temperature doesn't go above 90 degrees. So I know perfectly well it's capable of running like that. So the benefits from running Sky are slightly cooler system. Yeah, I'll take that. Right, now that I've finished talking about graphics cards, unless anybody has specific questions, what am I doing? You know what? I could use some of this. I've been running into vitamin C problems in the game just lately. So let's grab some of these so I can do something about the vitamin C. Good morning, Danny. How are you doing today? I'm just pootling around waiting for meat to cure. That's the... Got everything cooked. I went out and retrieved the wolf I shot yesterday. I kind of use wolf meat for snacks now. Let's drop that. That was very gratifying. It's nice. Oh well. Oh, that's a combination of good and bad, isn't it? Unfortunately, unpleasant bosses are not something you can easily do anything about. Where did I put my bearskin? Does anybody remember where I put the bearskin? I hope I haven't lost my bearskin. That's the deer hide. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I've told stories about... Have I told stories about management? I'm pretty sure I have. Alright, let's see if I... What else? That's... Oh, okay. Let's fix the rabbit skin hat. Where's my rabbit skins? Has anybody seen my rabbit skins? I know I'm... Oh, I don't have rabbit here, do I? All the rabbits got eaten by the wolves. Okay, let's go and sort out my rabbit skin problem.
Something's gotta go.
I did see a rabbit wandering around, didn't I? Don't worry, I'm not about to throw myself off the edge. Well, I hope you can survive your boss and fulfill your order successfully. Where did I see a rabbit? I saw a rabbit around here. I know I did. Unfortunately, the wolves killed all the rabbits on the lake, which was irritating. Oh, must admit, if I could get more maple, that would be handy. I'm starting to develop an idea that I might leave a travois in useful places. I ought to pay more attention. Oh, burdock. I'll take that. Oh, in other news, I now have 150 subscribers. So, if the person who watching who recently subscribed, if you are a recently subscribed person in the last couple of days, thank you so very much. I do appreciate it. 150 subscribers is a minor milestone. Of course, now I want to reach 200, but you can't have everything. Ooh. Hello. This is awfully tempting, isn't it? Yeah. So, obviously 200 is my next goal. I would kind of like to hit 200 by the time I've been doing this for a year, but that's not until October, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, oops. That's not a good sign. There's potentially a bear up here. I don't want to get into trouble. With frostbite, I don't want to have a bear mauling. So what we can do is this is not a very good area for me to be in, is it? I suppose on the tree I'm alright, I hope. But I'm going to have to be a lot more cautious around here than previously. Nope. Oh, I can get up here. Somewhat. Don't think that would necessarily save me. And the other thing that's been happening is for about the last week, I've been getting 100 or more views a day, which is nice. I have not had that previously, so my views per day seem to be going up. And I suspect I owe that to whoever's sharing me. I know Anna shares me, and she has a fairly extensive social media presence. But, 100 views a day, I'll take that. Now if I can just get 100 hours per day, but I think that's asking a bit much. So those bears, they have a fairly large range. That means, every time I've been around there, I might have been entering bear territory. Now, I suppose what I could do is go check out the cave, because if there is... there's the rabbit. If there's a bear in the vicinity, the cave will have bones in it, but I'm too scared. You moved. Where'd you go? Oh, there you went. Wow. He really doesn't want me to shoot him, does he? Oh, drat. Sorry, Mr. Rabbit. I need your skin. I ought to cheat and see where that bear's patrol area is. I wonder. Like I say, they do go a surprisingly long way. Oh, that was quite a big rabbit. Oh, ow. So where? Alright, so that's where that is. And I'm over here. Does the lodge not show up? That's weird. Oh! That's good. Yeah, these don't necessarily upgrade immediately. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to the person who subscribed. I do appreciate it. I need to pick up some charcoal. For once, I'm short on charcoal.
Too heavy.
Stop complaining. Don't need to be carrying that around. What was I going to look for? There was something I was going to look for, and I can't remember what it was. What was it? Oh, come on. I had a thought in the back of my head. Oh, yes. I keep prepared burdock on me for medicinal purposes. That was what I was going to do, I think. Wow! I'm up to 18 people watching. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying it. That's pretty good for... Normally my numbers go up during the second hour, but yeah, 18 in the first. That's not bad for me. Sorry, excuse me. I've got an itch on my ribs. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Eating venison, apparently. Oh, I'll grab those rose hips. This is a useful spot if I suffer from... Oh, actually the cars are as well. This is a handy little spot. If I get cabin fever, then I've got the cars to sleep in, and potentially... Actually, the cars could be useful for another purpose. Let's see. If I can hop on one of the cars, and it appears I cannot. You can get to... Yeah, okay, this, being on the car like this, is potentially a good spot for shooting wolves from, in case you were wondering. Did I not check this car out?
Is it food or...
How did I miss that the last time I was in here? Somebody stripped the batteries out. I need to remake my arrows too, don't I? I've got a few that need remanufacturing. I can do that in the morning. But while I'm comparatively safe... Oh, excuse me a second. Oh, I do have an arrow shaft. Oh. Do I have any birch? Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me I forgot to bring my birch with me. I probably did, didn't I? Drat. Am I going to need... Yes, I don't have any birch on me. Oh well, I should be able to find some. Come the morning, I will rework one arrow and go hunting for birch and maple, which means I'll head off back down that way, watching out for the bear on the way. Unless... Oh, that's what I was going to do. Ah. Charcoal. I wanted charcoal. I would have remembered eventually.
I might have to drop some gear.
Yeah, 25 charcoal is slightly excessive. Let's see if it's still light out enough to... Okay, that's good. Oh! Oh, that's probably down the hill. Yup. Must admit, that's slightly odd. I would kind of expect to be able to see the lake from here, but where's the lake from where I am? It is over that way. Must be round the side there. And let's...
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I don't know if it is light enough, but we will try mapping out the... This isn't a lake. I can't fish on it, so it is more of a pond. Actually, I probably ought to get some fish. Oh, and cattails. Cattails also good for vitamin C. Let's see whether it's light enough. Oh, it is. Alright. Let's head back in. Oh, I've just remembered something. It's okay, it's not to do with this. Sorry, excuse me. I just need to check this. Oh, hang on a second. I thought I heard a burble at some point. What's this? Hang on a moment. Just need to reply. I just need to reply to this message, I'm sorry. I can't spell. I hate typing on this. Right, okay, that's that done. Sorry. You get to watch it going dark outside. Well, at least he's exhausted.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh. I can't remember who it was taught me the customization. This, when I first played this, this safe house customization mode didn't exist, so I didn't know about the trick of using it to find your way around in the complete darkness. But now that I know about it, it is profoundly useful. If anybody's interested, I found a new for me, YouTube channel to binge watch. Tasting History with Max Miller. If you like food and history, it's quite entertaining. I did? Oh. Oh. Right. And as per usual, we've just finished the first hour, and I need to go and take a quick bladder break. So I will be back in about 3 minutes. I will see you all then. Oh, right. Yeah, no, it's actually I'm enjoying his Roman cooking playlist at the moment. Right, I will be right back when I figure out which buttons to press. Right, I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. What am I doing? Can't remember. Oh, it's morning, isn't it? Yes, so I've got to... Now, let's drop that. Oh, right. Remanufacture an arrow. And... what else was I going to do? Oh, look for sticks. Yes. And there should be a workbench down here. Where's the workbench? You know, it's funny, once when I was just randomly looking around like this in the near dark, I accidentally found a rifle. That was amusing. Yeah, I must admit, regarding tasting history with Max Miller, he seems pretty good, and I do like the history aspect of it. Do you remember what I said about randomly looking around and accidentally finding a rifle. Guess what I just found?
Better safe than sorry.
I found a rifle. I'm sorry, but that's funny. Oh, it's not loaded. Okay. Well, I will drop that off. Why couldn't it have been loaded? Did I not find I found a revolver here too, didn't I? Was it here? I think it was. It was unloaded as well. I mean, makes perfect sense that it would be unloaded, but a full magazine would have been nice. Right. Oh, water. I need some water. And what else do I need to do? What else was I going to do? Oh, my brain is getting so old. I cannot keep a thought in it for more than about 5 minutes, I swear. Oh, sticks. Yes, sticks.
Gotta go.
Ooh. This could get unpleasant. I do appreciate the ghost ring. A long time ago, I had a Marlin 4570 lever action, and I put a ghost ring on that. I did love that sight. And you may be wondering why I have elected to equip the rifle, because if there is a bear in this area, I would rather face it with a rifle at close range than anything else. Although, I think your chances of a critical hit are technically higher with the bow, but don't hold me to that. Oh, I can't get down, can I? Can I? No. Alright, not without slipping. Oh, it's no good. Yeah, I have actually shot a black powder replica. I used to own a Colt 36 caliber model of 1860 something. It wasn't actually a replica, it was a continuation, essentially, of Colt's original production line. And yeah, I did like that. I wanted an 1858 because they look nicer, but they didn't have it, so I got the 18. I think it was an 1863. That was when I was living in the United States, and you could get such things much more easily than you can here. But the Marlin was a nice rifle. It always surprises me, even now thinking about it. It's this little 7.5 pound rifle, and yet you can put loads through it which seriously hurt your shoulder. Yeah, it does. I never shot black powder through it. The range I used to shoot at only allowed a Pyrodex, so that's what I shot. Not the 4570 though, no. Nearly, I was very tempted on one occasion to get a 4570 revolver to accompany it, but I talked myself out of that particular expense. But I was very tempted. Oh, not again. How come these are respawning so quickly? Alright, maybe this will work again. So here's the trick. Oh. I swear... How come you respawned so quickly? I shot 3 wolves in this area. Come on, Mr. Wolf, let's get this over with. They don't normally respawn that quickly. Yeah, see if I can demonstrate my shooter predator. Wow, he's really not happy with me. I don't want to get myself mauled. I mean, I've survived enough wolf maulings to know what I can roughly get away with, but it's not something I necessarily want. For all I know, his Oh, rabbits. You don't actually need rabbits, so you're safe. Ish. Oh, grief. Oh. Okay, there's your rabbit grove. Excuse me. I know this is not necessarily the safest thing to do, but I just need to make sure that everything is good here. Alright, I do need to answer this. So I've got a meeting at about 1 o'clock. Right. I cannot help but think they provide these so that you can... Oh, that's handy. Oh, I haven't been back to Milton, so I have not... I haven't risked those yet. That's a lot of cougars. Milton is typically thought to be of as a fairly safe-ish sort of area, but... Oh, not again. Excuse me. Sorry. And hopefully that's it. Okay. Oh, I thought it was burdock. It's not. Even though the map actually did say rose hips. Wow. Okay, the farm's understandable. Yeah, I know where the... yes, I know those areas. Yeah. It shows them on the map? Somebody has been leaving this message in all kinds of places. Oh! Another deer? I'll grab the skin. Oh, I'm almost at the maintenance yard. My understanding is that after you switch on the cougar, it does take a certain amount of time before they start to spawn in, but I don't know how long that is. And I don't know which territories cougars are in. I'm told they're not in Coastal Highway. I know there are no predators in the ravine. I don't know about forlorn muskeg. I was told that apparently when you enter a cougar's territory, it does actually give you a warning. I think the game has a cutscene, but I have not seen that yet. Not seeing any sticks. Yeah, that's what I heard, and so I've been Is it 30 in-game days or 30 real-time days? Because it's been more than 30 in-game days since I switched on the Cougar. Appear to have a paucity of sticks. Right, okay. Well, perhaps I simply haven't entered a region which has them in. I haven't been back to Milton lately. I'm going to assume that just because you have 3 cougar areas doesn't mean you're going to get 3 cougars in that area. There is, I don't know the entirety of the spawn-in rules, but just because there can be, say, a bear in an area or a moose doesn't mean you will get that. So I don't know whether that means there's one of 3 areas potentially where you could get a spawn-in. I know in Coastal Highway, for example, there was a moose that spawned in behind the gas station. That apparently is quite rare. Where am I? Okay. Actually, I knew where I was. I'm just wondering if there's anything here I ought to be aware of. Yeah. Bear was in that general region yesterday. I mean, given how quickly that... I don't know whether that was a wolf respawn or not. I don't know Dead Island. This is strangely nerve-wracking. A Coastal Highway is... Coastal Highway is quite dangerous for bears. I have encountered 3 all along the same section. There's one that has a cave opposite across the ocean, opposite the gas station. Now, he's an easy one to deal with if you're aware of where he is, because you can trap him such that you can shoot him from one of the cabins. That's very handy. There's another one between the gas station and the huts at the end of the road, and then there's another one around the huts and up the hillside. So there's 3, and I've had the misfortune to have had to shoot them all at various times. And I used to amble up and down that road with, I thought, impunity. It's like, no, not doing that anymore, because I've encountered all 3 bears on the road. Which, yeah, didn't make my day. Oh, you gonna come after me now? Oh, there you are. Oh, right, okay. So dying becomes a tactic. Right, okay. Let's be on my way. That's the 4th wolf I've shot here. I was hoping to demonstrate the safe way of shooting a wolf, which is from that doorway, but apparently, nope, was not to be. So we end up with the other way of doing it. Close range shot with a bow. The wolf I shot up here was interesting because... was it this one or a different one? Anyway, one of the wolves I had up here, I literally managed to kill it right as it was about to spawn in the mauling sequence. And so the game got a little bit confused. So it didn't harm me at all, but you could see the traditional blood splash on the ground that I would have left if it had mauled me. But yeah, that was interesting. So, cook everything up. And take my snacks home. Well, take my snacks home and then cook everything up. I'd probably be the best way to do it. Don't forget about the potential bear off to my... Did I just hear? I heard something. What did I hear? Was it a random noise in the game, or was it a growl? Did anybody else hear that? I mean, the wind, there's no wind, but oh, that's good. Oh. Yes, yes, it was. I think it was. Yes, it probably was. It was the half-hour chime from the clock program on the computer there. Oh, that was funny. Oh. I suppose this is the downside of A, having earbuds in, and B, being half deaf. And that's not an exaggeration, by the way. I'm probably more than half deaf, to be honest. Right. Now that my heart is beating more or less in a normal fashion, yes, I can easily imagine that. I know that I think I've mentioned it, you know, because there's a dog that lives out back of me by some distance away. It has nearly given me a heart attack a few times because I heard it and I thought, was that what I thought it was? Oh, drat, I didn't mean to use that. Oh well. Sorry about that. Right. Oops. Right, let us Don't know whether this will really help. That's for the vitamin C. Ooh, I didn't realise I had a scurvy risk. So that was a useful thing to do.
Feels like
I
I'm out
know
of gear.
some years ago when I was sharing a house with some other people, I was playing Minecraft, and they thought that I had a cat in the house, and it wasn't. It was actually the cat in Minecraft meowing. Yeah, 7 litres of water might be a little excessive. Oh my goodness, we have 50 people watching. Hey Anna. Well, I was wondering how come I had 50 people watching, and now I know. I swear, Anna, my success in the last week has probably been entirely down to you sharing my streams. If not longer than that, but given the uptick in views, particularly in the last week, I'm going to say thank you to you for that. How are you doing today, Anna? Now here's the thing. If there are 50 odd people watching, and 50 of you are not subscribed, and then you subscribe, I'd make 200 subscribers. So, incentive? You know what? I'm looking at the CPU usage that OBS is doing. I swear that is lower than normal. Perhaps the graphics card is actually taking on more of the load of doing the encoding. I don't know, but I swear that is lower CPU utilization than normal. Normally I think I'm up in the 10% region. If I was capable, I'd be blushing right now. Thank you. What am I doing? Sleeping. Curiously, talking about streaming, I just had sort of 2 thoughts go through my head. One was I wish I could stream for longer, and the other one is I was watching somebody else the other day, and I can't remember who it was. And they I think they are actually fairly well known, but I can't remember the YouTuber. They said they themselves can't stream for longer than 2 hours, and it was pretty much for the same reason that I find it very hard to stream longer than 2 hours. Your brain starts turning to mush. Although it could be argued my brain is already halfway there, hence my channel name. Oh, it's still too dark. Oh, I'm definitely blushing now. For just half a second there, I thought I'd done something silly, but apparently not. Okay, let's drop off some water. I do appreciate it. I wish there was some way I could properly recompense you, but I don't have anything, I'm afraid. Let's drop off 4 litres of water here so I don't have to... Oh! This is a funny one for you, Anna. Do you remember how in Bleak Inlet I was looking around the hut and I randomly found a rifle that I couldn't see? Well, today I was commenting on that, and guess what happened? Just as I said that, I found a rifle that I couldn't see. Okay, so maple saplings, cured deer hide. What else have we got that I've stuck around here? Oh, that's all the payment I'm afraid I have to offer. What's my... Ooh, I need to... Oh look! I've got cured meat! Yay! Yeah.
I need to drop something.
Oh, as usual, I exited the wrong door. Just as I thought I was starting to use the correct door, I didn't. Oh, I forgot to drop the wolf, didn't I? I'm starting to call wolf meat snacks. And I forgot to drop the pelts I found. There's the rifle I found. Unfortunately, it wasn't loaded. Okay, so that is cured. That is cured. Yeah. It was a good day for surviving. Where did I put my rabbit? I know the rabbit won't be cured yet, but that's wolf. There's the black bear. Why did I drop Old Man's Beard Lichen? Ah, there's the rabbit pelt. My biggest concern right now is the bear cave that's over there. I am so tempted to go and see if there is in fact a bear present. Just for my own peace of mind, if nothing else. There was one by the lake. I can't remember if you saw that one yesterday, Anna, but there was one by the lake that is now an ex-bear. It has ceased to be. And then there was the time I mapped out an area over here and a cave showed up, to my considerable consternation. "62 watching. Good heavens."
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
I have observed a sort of pattern. From sort of Wednesday, the last 3 days of the week seem to be the ones which I get the most views on, with possibly some exceptions, but generally speaking that's what seems to happen. So the cave is over here. And I do want to know if there's a bear in it. Or is that a cave to another area? It's actually possible, but I don't know. I don't know enough about this region. I do know that if you have the Far Territories DLC, which I do, that there are, I think, 2 more locations you can get to from here, so I don't know whether that cave is one of them. And the cave is actually roughly over there. It is, yeah, that. And it looks like it's sort of like at the... There's a ptarmigan nest over there? How come I didn't see that? Alright. I shall have to go check that out. Oh, there's a rabbit down there. 2 rabbits. You know what? I don't know. Stick with me here. If... Oh, look, there's another maple. Alright. If there is a bear in that region, can it cross the logs? And I'm guessing it can't. Can anybody confirm or deny, or am I living in... Am I being... Am I incorrect in my assessment? Is that a maple stick or burdock? I can't tell. Oh, that's maple. It's funny, I used to get a lot of satisfaction from finding a maple stick. Yeah, of course the problem is, seeing as I just came down here without using the log. Let's have a look. Alright, let's... Oh! Wow, this area has had more... Okay, this is... This looks more like an exit to somewhere else. I am in the right place, huh? Oh, I think I went past it. Did I go past it? Oh, I did. Eesh.
Excellent.
Well, no bones in here, so possibly... Possibly not. Alright. Good heavens. I'm up to 73, Anna. And I'm significantly overloaded, but... What time is it? Oh, great. Yep. I have to start thinking about... Hello. Yeah. I have to start thinking about bringing this to a close, I'm afraid. So, what we'll do is we will head back to the lodge. Sorry, what was I saying? I'm sorry, I get distracted by my own paranoia. Yeah, so I actually have to think about leaving. It's getting that time of day. I have to make lunch, and I think I might go for a walk by the local lake, to be honest. It's beautiful weather outside. It's due to be 26 degrees centigrade today, which is very warm for us. Apparently we're in for a bit of a heat wave this weekend. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll head back to the lodge, and in fact I don't have much choice really. If I want to get a save point, I've got two options. I can either somehow arrange to sprain something or head back to the lodge. So I am going to head back to the lodge and get my save done there. And to everybody watching, I do appreciate your being here. It's very gratifying, trust me. If you're enjoying it, I will be back tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow is Friday, right? Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. And we will continue this little adventure. Now the weekend's coming up, and I normally do stream at the weekends. Except this Saturday I probably won't. I am most likely heading down to Manchester on Saturday. So it's not likely that I'll be streaming, and to be honest, Saturday is open season on whatever it is I choose to stream. So, in fact, what was I doing last Saturday? Oh, last Saturday I streamed Go Way Back. I definitely will be streaming that again at some point, but it won't be this weekend at this rate, because Sunday will... Oh, hang on a second. Sunday... Oh, hang on a moment. Messages... Oh, it's alright. Yeah, so Sunday I will be streaming Wintermute, because that's what I do on Sunday. And so that's my rough schedule for the next couple of days. But yeah, so the Long Dark tomorrow morning. I won't be here Saturday. Wintermute Sunday morning, and then back to the Long Dark on the Monday after that. Rinse and repeat, you get the general drift. I know! 90. It says 90. This is one of my more successful streams. This is what makes me want to carry on and stream for longer. But unfortunately, I know my limitations. If I stream too much, I burn out. And so I have to sort of manage it. And as I say, I do... Yeah, I've got a couple of things I need to do, actually. So... If I can risk begging, like a young girl asking her parents for a pony at Christmas, anybody who wishes to subscribe, I will be very grateful if you do, or if you leave a like. 93. What's happening? Did I just go mini viral? But otherwise, I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, Greenwich Mean Time. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Be kind to humanity and excellent to each other. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. I will see you all next time. Ciao.